Sup, you little shits.
But for real though, guys, today I'm going to be talking with you about the 5 things I want to see most from Borderlands 3. Hopefully you guys like this a little more than the last one. Roll the intro. So the first thing I really want and I'm hoping for from Borderlands 3 is actually crossplay. And while there isn't a confirmed feature of crossplay for Borderlands 3, I have my hopes it'll happen. Back in April of this year, Randy Pitchford and other 2K spokesmen talked to GameSpot and mentioned that crossplay is something we're looking closely at, citing a keen interest in allowing people on multiple platforms to play with one another. Sadly though, no actual confirmation of crossplay has been made, and instead we are left to speculate as to what those statements actually meant, with many people assuming this could mean cross-platform saves only or just cross-platform play between PC and Xbox One. Luckily though, new rumors and rumblings have started to make their way through the Borderlands 3 community that may still see an all-gen crossplay announcement from Epic at either Gamescom or PAX, the 2 big events before the Borderlands 3 release this September. One rumor is that Gearbox Shift platform, which allows users to link their Borderlands 3 account to their Epic, Xbox, PlayStation, and Twitch accounts, will be the catalyst to allow different platforms to play with one another, allowing saving data across different platforms all at once. On top of this, another big reason I personally think Borderlands 3 will support crossplay is its heavy reliance on the Epic Store and the Epic Gaming platform. For those of you who don't know, Borderlands 3 is a Epic exclusive on PC, a topic I might cover in a future video. And the reason this is so interesting in this video though is because Epic is currently the main platform for crossplay gaming. As the creators of Fortnite, Epic is in many ways the pioneers of pressuring companies, looking at you Sony, into allowing crossplay on all platforms. And Epic has recently purchased the studio behind Rocket League, another big cross-platform game as well. If there's any world in which Borderlands 3 can have crossplay, it's one where they are backed by the Fortnite juggernaut that is Epic Games. And not only that, but Borderlands 3 is really the perfect game for crossplay as well. With its focus on co-op combat against NPCs, this means players on console don't have to worry about PC players having a huge advantage over them like they would in other online competitive PC shooters. Next up, something I, and I'm sure everyone else is anticipating for Borderlands 3, is the loot. The Borderlands franchise has made a name for itself by giving players a nearly endless supply of guns and upgrades, with wacky features and powers, and it looks like Borderlands 3 is only going to improve upon this formula. Randy Pitchford has already come out to say that Borderlands 3 will have over 1 billion different guns to obtain, and while many of these will probably just be slight iterations on an already existing gun in the game, that is still a lot of combinations and permutations to supply a never-ending sense of satisfaction in the game for loot hunters. And the number is an impressive upgrade as well over Borderlands 2's 17.75 million guns. Either way though, I am looking forward to finally getting that premium loot experience that you can really only get out of some franchises like Borderlands and Diablo. Other shooters like Destiny, The Division, and Anthem have tried to give players that same satisfaction of finding gear like in Borderlands, but no other first-person shooter even comes close to that rush of dopamine you get from killing a boss in Borderlands and just seeing tons and tons of guns go flying everywhere. The variety that Borderlands gives users and guns is also a huge plus, and lends itself to multiple playthroughs and just playing with friends well past the end of the story beats. Loot is truly the core of the Borderlands franchise, and it looks like Borderlands 3 is trying to give players even more of what made the previous entries in the game so great. Another smaller thing that I'm actually super stoked for about Borderlands 3 is actually just the general quality of life improvements across the board. The gameplay that has been shown off so far for Borderlands 3 shows a clear upgrade across the board in terms of graphics, movement, and sound effects. Guns not only hit hard visually like before, but now lots of them also have a nice punch to them with visceral and more impactful sound effects. On top of this, the graphics have gotten an obvious upgrade while staying true to the cel-shaded aesthetic that made Borderlands so unique in the first place. Graphics are rarely the most important part of a game, but being able to enjoy the scenery that much more as we travel the wasteland and through space will make that game that much better. Finally, Borderlands 3 also boasts improvements to the movement system, along with physics upgrades like shooting out cover, and just an overall reported better combat flow for many who have already played the game at conferences like E3. If you go back and play Borderlands 2, you might notice it is not as snappy as you remember, but it sounds like this third installment in the series alleviates all of these issues and allows players to feel more in control of not only their character, but also the environment, with new ways to play, like pushing over exploding barrels into enemies and causing them to explode by shooting them out, all while you have your cover shot out at the same time. Cooldowns are also lower this time around than previous entries in the series, and this means that Gearbox is really trying to make sure players always have something at their disposal to use, which I think is a good change for the Borderlands' really signature hectic combat. The fourth thing I want most out of Borderlands 3 is actually just another fun and laid-back story. One of the things for me that made Borderlands 3 so fun was how wacky and crazy its story and characters were. Borderlands has never really taken itself super seriously, with characters like Handsome Jack, Claptrap, Tiny Tina taking the center stage, and I have a feeling Borderlands 3 will once again rely on comedy more than heartbreaking moments and deep plot lines. What I will say though is I would love for the story to at least delve into these more mature themes and topics in a more deep way. As much of the audience and community have gotten older, and while I want most of the experience to just be killing monsters, getting loot, and having fun with a weird and fun story, having a few more memorable moments and meaningful moments could also help Borderlands stand out from its predecessors. From what Gearbox has shown off so far though, Borderlands 3 is looking to be just as much craziness really as the previous games, and I think we can all collectively get on that Claptrap hate train just as we did before. Last up, maybe the thing that I am most excited about for Borderlands 3, and that's once again just playing with and making new friends in this awesome community. For me, the thing that ultimately made Borderlands 1 and 2 some of the most memorable experiences in my gaming career was just being able to play with my friends after school every day. I would come home every day after school, boot up my Xbox, join a party, and me and my friends would just endlessly kill monsters and just have fun getting loot. Playing with friends is the way Borderlands is supposed to be played. And as with most things in life, it is always more fun playing with others and creating lasting friendships along the way. The Borderlands community is also super inviting and always a fun time to be around. I'm sure I will be able to find many new awesome people and streamers just playing the game that I'll be able to, show off to you guys on stream. But yeah, guys, let me know what you think of my list, and what are you guys most looking forward to out of Borderlands 3? Also, for anyone interested in watching me play Borderlands 3 or just coming into my stream to come, play with me and check it out as well, feel free to check me out on Twitch at twitch.tv/FranklyGaming, as I will be streaming Borderlands when it comes out, and we have a really awesome community growing over there that I think you guys would really enjoy over here on the YouTube side as well. But without further ado, guys, thanks for watching, and I'll see you next week.